special occasion of the General Accident NSD, that's the National Scholarship Digest, is indeed a very special occasion for Jamaica. And we really ought to congratulate everyone who has been involved in this process. As each individual comes up to speak, you will definitely hear the background to this very, very useful digest, which really was started by this company, a group of young Jamaican minds, and I know the Honorable Minister absolutely adores and appreciates this. Next Move Jamaica was started in March 2010, and the vision is to create awareness about alternative tuition financing and career development opportunities and their benefits. And I just want to highlight two of their main mission items. One, to successfully promote education, literacy, and employment levels in Jamaica and the Caribbean region through the development and publication of the most comprehensive database of financial aid information, and also by providing students and parents with practical resources when making education, career, and life decisions. And I know that many of you as parents, and of course, as friends and family members of young people, are very concerned about their higher education. And you'll hear how to do it. So at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of the minds behind this digest, Mr. Christopher Grant, President and CEO of Next Move Jamaica. He will tell you how it all began. Please put your hands together and welcome my dear friend, Christopher Grant.
Thank you, Madam MC. I would like to begin by saying thank you and welcome to all. It is a great pleasure that we welcome the Most Honorable Minister of Education, Reverend the Honorable Ronald Thwaites, the executives of the Muslim Group of Companies, the General Accident family. We extend a warm welcome to members of the, as I said before, General Accident family, and also to especially Mr. Sharon Donaldson. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to the members of the press, especially students and parents of current scholarship winners. You can see over that side. I promise not to bore you with, if we are lucky, it will be a quick, painless key, the key word being painless. I believe it was the American education reformer, Horace Mann, that once said, and I quote, "Education then, beyond all the devices of human origin, is a great equalizer of the conditions of men, the balance wheel of the social machinery," end of quote. And it was Marcus Garvey that said, and I quote, "Education is the medium by which a people are prepared for the creation of their own particular civilization and the advancement and glory of their own race," end of quote. The similarities in both quotes and the essence of the message they convey is quite simple. Education is important, and it can be used even by the most at disadvantage among us to advance themselves, and in doing so, improve their social outcomes and the society within which they reside. At Next Move Jamaica, we believe in the promise that education offers, and as former students, we can identify with the plight of the normal student, their aspiration, and the struggles they often face in reaching their education career goals. It was out of this common understanding and recognition of the need, assistance, that NMJ was formed. We thought to ourselves, what would be more helpful than a one-stop resource where students, parents, educators, and scholarship providers could all go and access the tools necessary to make education a reality. We have been able to accomplish this through our website, www.nextmoveja.com, and now with the publication of the General Accident National Scholarship Digest. We recognize that not all students would have access to online database, So we decided to create a print hard copy version, a one-stop book with a compilation of all scholarships available to Jamaican students so that every student across the island could benefit. With the immeasurable assistance of Mr. Paul Scott, Melanie Subrati, and Mrs. Sharon Donaldson Levine, and the rest of the Muslim team, we were able to bring this idea to life. In this, the first annual General Accident National Scholarship Digest. Can you imagine over 4,200 different scholarships at your fingertips in one book? Here at Next Move Jamaica, we are so excited about the promise of the digest and its contents, from the listed scholarships to the advice on how to write a successful scholarship essay. To the student out there, this is the first of many efforts to get the tools you need to succeed. To the parents out there, this is the first of many efforts to assist you and your children in improving your lives and social outcomes. As I draw to a close, I would like to take this time to personally thank and recognize each and every person that have worked tirelessly to make this publication and launch a success. It is by your efforts and commitment that we are able to present this to Jamaica. I would like to thank the minister and the other distinguished guests here today, as their presence is a welcome endorsement of the digest and a strong message that we are moving in the right path. I would like to recognize Mr. Paul Scott, Melanie Subrati, and Mrs. Sharon Donaldson. Thank you for your consistent belief in us. We are a fairly new and unknown company. You saw the dream, believed in our mission, and decided to take the risk with us. And we are forever grateful to your support and hope to continue with our collaboration in the future. I would like to thank Ms. Carmen Patterson of Innovative Ideas for her many contributions to the digest. Most importantly, I would like to thank my team, Mr. Orlando Grant, could you stand, sir? Mr. Hugh Williams Jr., and Mr. Mario Parham. Thank you always. Thank you for always believing and remaining steadfast on this journey, even when the obstacles seem insurmountable. Thank you. Forging forward, it may seem a bit premature for some, but we have already started planning for the next issue. This is a full-time commitment, and we are constantly seeking and searching for new information, new scholarships, and new opportunities. Right now, we are working on several projects that include new scholarships, internships, and permanent career placement for our students and adult members. It is our sincere hope that this publication will also create an awareness and bring on more sponsors and donors to our core target audience, the student, so that they can continue to benefit and achieve their goals. Look into the audience right now and you can see the recipients of our scholarships. This is not a joke. We have Ms. Kayla Belnavis, Mr. Corey Anderson, who are the winners of the inaugural General Accident National Scholarship Digest. In closing, we once again would like to thank everyone for attending, and we hope that you will enjoy the remainder of the presentation and launch. Finally, I leave you with the following quote from Nelson Mandela: "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christopher, for that brief overview of the digest. But I noted that members of our audience did not get the opportunity to give a rousing round of applause when you heard that there were over 4,000 scholarships advertised in the digest. That is no small feat to go looking for scholarships. 4,000 odd. So if you were to add up the value of all of those scholarships, you can well imagine what a feat that has been accomplished. Now, what will happen is that, well, I have the facts here. The scholarships are valued at over 9 billion Jamaican dollars. And yes, you can give the round of applause. Indeed, we are a very rich nation in more ways than one. No wonder we're seeking to change our status with the Standards and Poor. But hey, that's for a different meeting. Now, the digest has 128 pages. Limited free copies will be distributed island-wide to major secondary and tertiary institutions, and other copies will be on sale at the website. The next publication is due to be out April 2013. The list of the 2012 sponsors: General Accident Insurance Company Limited, Musson Jamaica, Seprod, Facey Commodity, T. Geddes Grant, Distributors Jamaica Limited, Productive Business Solutions, PBS, Churches Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Scotia Foundation, and CB Chicken. Now, we want to take this opportunity to welcome the chairman of General Accident Insurance Company Limited, Mr. P.B. Scott, one of those who stood with these young Jamaican men to bring the digest into fruition. Please welcome Mr. Scott.
Thank you. Thank you. Minister of Education, the Honourable Ronald Thwaites, President of Next Move, Christopher Grant and his team, the scholarship winners, congratulations, and members of the General Accident Insurance Company, led by Sharon Donaldson, members of the Musson Group of Companies, and all the media representatives. Welcome and good evening, and thank you very much for taking your time for coming here to an event that is certainly, we are extremely proud to just be part of. When we started this journey 2 years ago, I think it was Christopher, I'm not sure, but Christopher cornered myself and individually had cornered a few members, my sister, and a few other people within our organization individually. And it's funny, we were talking in the office how we had met a fairly dynamic, very intelligent gentleman who had independently, and I'm sure you didn't see the correlation between any of us, had approached us with an idea, and we, by ourselves, independently, were discussing what a wonderful idea it was. Because at the Musson Group, we fundamentally believe that education is absolutely essential to the growth of Jamaica. And in order for the companies within our group to prosper, in order for our children to prosper, and in order for us to live in a society that we all prosper in, it has to start with education. Financial austerity, big dreams of growth plans, that it's all cannot occur. It will not make a difference unless we really deal with the fundamental issues that we have in Jamaica, of which the cornerstone has to be education. Our social issues in Jamaica, our inequalities, our crime, our ability to grow and bring foreign investment into this country, all has to be linked and is directly linked with education. And therefore, for Jamaica to develop and grow, education has to be at the forefront of any Jamaican government. It has to be. And for Musson, a growing Jamaica is good for Musson and good for our shareholders and good for our children and good for our families and good for our stakeholders. So we are very deeply committed to doing anything that can help in develop education in Jamaica. We have other programs. We